All right, guys, so welcome back to the channel. And I'm laughing here because I'm enjoying this back and forth situation that's going on between Canelo Alvarez, the 4 division champion, the former undisputed champion at 168, the unified champion, I'll say now, at 168, and His Excellency Turki Alalshikh. Now, you guys know Turki Alalshikh made an offer to Canelo Alvarez to face Terence Bud Crawford if Crawford got past Israel Madrimov. I think it was for possibly February. He said he made Canelo an offer at the fight. We saw the interview at the fight. And after the fight, of course, Canelo Alvarez was interviewed by some various platforms. I think Sway was one of them, where he said that he thought Crawford was easy work. He was also asked about would he fight Terence Bud Crawford. He said if the price was right. Then he threw out this astronomical price of $150 million. Right off the bat there, I knew that Canelo Alvarez didn't want that fight, because he did the same thing with David Benavidez. He threw out this crazy purse, and it just led me to believe that he didn't want the fight. You know, you could kind of read between the lines there, because he's not asking that much to face Edgar Berlanga. Let's just be honest with that. But anyway, after that, Turki Alalshikh gets on his verified X page and says that he's no longer interested in the fight. And a lot of, I would say, pro-Canelo channels took that as, you know, Turki Alalshikh not wanting to make the fight because they thought, they said that, you know, Crawford didn't perform well and he wouldn't beat Canelo Alvarez, which wasn't the case. I think Turki Alalshikh said that because he felt like he was being disrespected by Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez was wasting his time. And that's the opinion that I gave yesterday. And here's the thing. Turki Alalshikh is making things happen in the sport of boxing. Turki Alalshikh is making the big fights that the fans want to see. For years, we've been complaining about, you know, the best fighting, the best competition on these different platforms. In comes Turki Alalshikh. He's giving these guys the biggest purses of their careers, but he expects the best competition to face the best competition. And that's what I like. And I think if you're a true boxing fan, you should like that as well. The old guard does not like this. Guys like Canelo Alvarez does not like this, because they can't do what they normally do by cherry picking and, you know, going around certain fighters to make themselves, to not put themselves in harm's way or give themselves a competitive fight. That's why Canelo Alvarez is pushing back so much on Turki Alalshikh. So let me play this clip of it's on Fight Hub TV. Shout out to Fight Hub TV, of Canelo Alvarez being questioned about Turki Alalshikh's changing his mind on the fight with Bud Crawford. Let me play his response to this question.
Turki has said that he's not interested in the fight anymore. What's your reaction or your response to that?
Wait, can you see? My response to Turki is this. Yesterday, they text me. They text me and say, we can talk about the fight in February with Crawford. Yeah. They text me yesterday, and I say, look, I'm not gonna talk about any other fight. I'm focused 100% on this fight. Look, I don't like the way he talk, and I'm not in this position because of any. I'm in this position. If he wants to work with me, it's in my way, not in their way. I don't need it.
What didn't you like about how he approached?
It's not the way to approach. It's not the way to approach to me. Look, I respect everybody and I respect Turki, but look, if he wants to work with me, it need to be in my way.
You said you feel.
All right, so that was Canelo Alvarez's response to what Turki Alalshikh put up about, you know, not wanting the fight anymore. He said that it needs to be his way. He said that it needs to be his way. Canelo Alvarez says that it needs to be his way. He wants to call the shots when it comes to this. And that's what I'm talking about. The old guard not liking the fact that Turki Alalshikh wants the big fights. You know, he wants you to fight, you know, the best competition out there. He's not going to entertain these cherry pick fights. He's going to pay you well, but he expects you to fight the best competition. He is the best thing for the boxing fan, in my opinion. Now, he responded to this interview on his Verified X page. Let me read what he said here. He says, I heard what Canelo said, that he respects me, but doesn't like the way we do business. As for him respecting me, it doesn't matter to me if he does or not. As for the way I do business, I know why he doesn't like it, because I only target big fights. I only target big fights at fair prices. So of course anyone who likes easy fights won't like that. And I know how he feels after losing to Bivol, so he's been looking for easier fights ever since. Also, I'm not the one who's afraid of fighting Benavidez or Crawford. Therefore, I knew he was wasting our time, just like I said, and making excuses with big amounts of money that can't be paid. So I'm continuing my way to make big fights that serve the boxing world, and he's on his way to make easy show only fights. That was Turki Alalshikh, and he's speaking the absolute truth. You know, a lot of people are going to be afraid to say this, but he's telling the truth. Canelo Alvarez is looking for the easy fights. He doesn't want to be challenged. He said it himself, you know, he doesn't like to face fighters that have good footwork, basically. You know, he wants to face competition that's not on his level. And that's why he's facing Edgar Berlanga. That's why he's not facing his mandatory WBC challenger in David Benavidez, because he's a true threat to him. He doesn't want any threats. He doesn't want to face Crawford, because Crawford is a mover. He's in the likeness of a Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. Even though he's 2 weight classes down, he didn't have any problem fighting Charlo. Charlo came up 2 weight classes. Terrence Bud Crawford, he needs $150 million, and he doesn't like to fight guys with great footwork. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Turki Alalshikh is telling the absolute truth. He's saying things that a lot of some of these boxers out here, and a lot of some of these YouTube channels and other media outlets are afraid to say. Canelo Alvarez is cherry picking fighters. He doesn't want to put himself in a difficult fight. And that's coming from a guy who likes Canelo Alvarez fighting style. I like the way he fights, but he has to take risk. You're known as the face of boxing. People expect you to face the best competition, not cherry pick your way through competition and give the fans mediocre fights. You say you care about the fans, give the fans what they want. The fans want Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. The fans want Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. But instead, we're getting Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga. And that's true. That's damn true what he said. Anyway, you guys let me know how you feel about this one in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.